Today we're driving the 2023 Audi RS5 with the competition package. Pretty special car. Been really excited to get behind the wheel of this. Let's walk you around it, talk about what it's been like to live with this week, and we'll take it for a drive and give you guys some driving impressions. So, the RS5 starts at around $78,000. We have a 2.9 liter twin turbo V6 that makes 444 horsepower, 443 pound-feet of torque. That's mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission, and of course, it's quattro all-wheel drive. The competition package is a $16,000 option. With a couple other options, this car is spec'd up to just shy of $100,000. And the competition package is intended to make the RS5 more fizzy, more exciting, more dynamic and engaging. Think factory tuner special. There's quite a few differences. We have front carbon ceramic brakes. Unfortunately today we're on winter tires, so we don't have the full aggressive summer tire option that comes with the competition package. Still though, pretty impressive grip from this thing. We have 3-way adjustable coilover suspension. You can see this RS5 is slammed on coils. It looks pretty proper. Bunch of matte carbon bits, a little bit less weight, a little bit less sound deadening, especially at the firewall, so you can hear that engine a bit better. I think this is around 35 pounds lighter than the regular RS5. More carbon bits at the rear, smoked out exhaust tips. No change in power numbers, but braking and handling have been substantially improved with the front carbon ceramics and the 3-way adjustable coilovers. Those are manually adjustable, just like you would on your track car, which is pretty awesome. This one is painted in Nardo gray, and I gotta say, I think the packaging here with this RS5, they've really figured it out. This interior, oh man, this is just one of the best Audi interiors that hasn't been ruined with touchscreens. It's still got physical buttons. Beautiful Alcantara here on the steering wheel. Love these seats, very comfortable. Enough room in the back too. I can fit back there, I'm 5'10". So let's hop back there real quick. This is my driving position. Yeah. If I slouch, my head doesn't touch the roof. This is nice. Let's pop the hood. Audi always does a very nice engine bay. Yeah. 18 miles to the gallon in the city, 26 on the highway. This RS5 also has a fixed steering ratio instead of a variable one like we get in the regular RS5. So hopefully a little bit more predictable and better steering in this RS5 competition. Pop in the trunk, lots of room back here, even a compact spare tire. Love to see it in 2023. Attractive looking sport coupe. Kind of flies under the radar these days, honestly, with all the crazy designs that BMW and Mercedes are putting out there. I could see daily driving one of these, it mostly going unnoticed. And that's not a bad thing. It just looks good. It's classic, good Audi styling. We have a Bang & Olufsen sound system. A seatbelt that presents itself when you get into the vehicle. Manual gauge dimmer controls. Look at that. Love it. What's this? Oh yeah, we even have a control to raise and lower our head-up display screen. I like that. Cool. Love all the carbon bits in here. This matte carbon is just so high quality. The Alcantara feels fantastic in hand. Only complaint, I wish the steering wheel had a bit more of a special shape. To me, this just looks like a regular Audi A5 wheel wrapped in Alcantara. It still feels awesome, and I like the narrow, thin rim, but yeah, could do a little bit better with that. Paddle shifters feel great though in hand. All of your inputs Everything in here is just proper. We have nice Audi dials and knobs that make a satisfying click and have a good amount of resistance. This is how interior buttons should feel. And the RS5 is one of the last Audis doing it correctly. And don't for a second complain about the location of the touchscreen. It's perfect. It's right where it needs to be, within reach and within visual ease of viewing right there. You can just look at the road, glance down, there's your screen. Yes, it's not integrated into the dashboard, but you know what? When manufacturers start integrating screens in the dashboard, they get so excited, they put everything in the screen, and they haven't ruined this interior. So be thankful. You turn it off with this button right here. Wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, all that good stuff. A little bit of a noise there, a haptic sound when you tap the screen. This seems to be reasonably responsive, but you don't really need it for anything except CarPlay or Android Auto, because you can change your drive modes in here. Comfort, Auto, Dynamic. Slightly tweaked exhaust too in this RS5 competition. And we get RS modes, RS1 and RS2, and it changes the gauge cluster to this weird revving towards you thing. It's strange. It's like Star Wars. I don't know. I've just been leaving it in dynamic all week. Of course, fully digital gauge cluster here. A couple different views there. Yeah, I think let's go for a drive. It's time. Reverse camera looks nice. Good visibility. Big sunroof. That reverse camera does not rotate like it does on many Audis. It's fixed. Probably save some weight. A little bit of extra suspension stiffness from these three-way adjustable coilovers, but oh, the steering is very responsive, even on these winter tires. Carbon ceramic brakes feel good at low speed. And even though I really miss that high revving V8 from the last RS5 I drove quite a few years ago, this V6 has a lot of character and personality to it, thanks to the competition package and a little bit less sound deadening up front. It kind of growls away up front. Put the transmission into sport mode. Make some cool little pops on downshifts. It sounds proper. Off we go. Properly quick and really well balanced. This is an Audi that rotates at the limit. Look at that. That's amazing. No extra sound from the coilover suspension, even though it does feel pretty aggressive. No trickery with rear wheel steer here. This is relatively light, weighing under 4,000 pounds. 8-speed settles down once you put it back into drive. Cruise control, easy to operate. This has the driving assistance package, so you get adaptive cruise. Put us back into auto here. Engine quiets down just a little bit. Some of that noise in dynamic mode and RS modes is piped in. We have a very trick limited slip rear diff in this RS5, and it works. It gets you rotated around that corner. If anything, it kind of gets the car a little bit sideways sometimes, which is very entertaining. Dynamically, this is one of the best driving Audis I've ever had the pleasure of piloting. Let's turn some things off here. ESC into sport. I cannot believe how well balanced the suspension makes this car feel on winter tires. Look at that. Oh, it's beautiful. That's my favorite thing about this car, is just balancing it on that ragged edge. On a racetrack, this would be phenomenal. What a great Audi RS5. Initially, I balked at the price tag of this competition package, but if you love driving and you want your Audi to handle unlike any other Audi pretty much has in the past, this is the package to go for. Brakes feel good. And this is all on winter tires. You can even switch this into full manual and bounce off the rev limiter. Alright, for whatever it's worth, let's go into RS1 mode. See this silly gauge cluster at work. Look at that. Super balanced on throttle. Just rotated exactly the way I wanted it to. I would argue this is almost perfect handling from an Audi product. Wow. Only thing I've noticed this week, engine oil temp gets pretty hot just on the street. Already hitting 234 degrees with a few full throttle pulls. Oh man. RS mode, you can adjust a few things. So you can go in and change steering feel, drive, basically just engine tuning. Steering feels pretty good in comfort mode, honestly. Engine sound, quiet, automatic or present, and then the differential. Comfortable, balanced, and sport's the jam. No suspension adjustments through the screen because of course all of that is manually done physically on the bottom of the car. So turn the front wheels, adjust those coilovers for slow bump, fast bump, and rebound. And then in the rear, you have to take a tire off, or both tires off to adjust the rear. Talk about a quality set of coilovers on a factory car. It's pretty awesome. I'm beginning to think that this competition package is actually a bit of a bargain, especially with the front carbon ceramic brakes and all the other little tweaks that they've made here. Having fixed steering makes it a little bit better. There's not a ton of feedback or feel here, but it's an improvement. All these little things just add up, and it's a very special feeling car. All right, we've got to do a launch control to start here. Tires a little bit, dragging shifts between gears. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Love the shift indicators at the head-up display. Let's turn everything off. ESC Sport is actually pretty good. I'm quite happy with that. Oh, fun noises from the exhaust there. This RS5 is rapid. And it feels light too. It's not a crazy heavy thing like the RS6 is, which is about 5,000 pounds. About 1,100 pounds more than this. Alright, ESC off. Oh! Look at that, just fighting those winter tires today. It's so easy though, it's so balanced, so approachable. That rear diff is magic. You guys saw what it did back there. That's a good time. Okay, while we're cruising, let's go in and let's do a quick sound system test. Listen to this Bang & Olufsen. Volume knob right down here, falls to hand beautifully. Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. I like that we get physical volume controls everywhere. And this car does have lane keep assist, but it is just a lane keep assist system. Just kind of ping pongs you off the lines on the side of the road. So if you need it, it's there. You just quickly press the button on the turn signal stalk. But mostly the adaptive system in this works quite well, and that's what I've been using all week. Let's go back into RS1 mode again. Love those burbles from the exhaust. This 8-speed auto's pretty good. It's exciting. It's pretty quick to respond on downshifts. Paddle shifter inputs are fast. It's denied a couple downshifts for me this week, but it's not bad. That initial turn in, that rear just kind of settles in and rotates. It's just a little wiggle of the hips on corner entry, and that just rotates you around the corner. Then you can get on throttle early. It's actually a bit unnerving at first because I'm not used to an Audi rotating this well or being this balanced. It's pretty awesome. I think the formula here and the reason why I like this car so much is just down to its simplicity. That's the name of the game. It's the name of the game with its interior, with the philosophy that Audi has gone here in tuning and modifying this RS5 with the competition package. It's all just very simple changes. We haven't gone overboard with crazy electronically adjustable suspension and this stuff and that stuff. It's all very real and physical and visceral. They've taken things out. They've given us less sound insulation, less weight. I would love to drive this on the sticky tires, but I'm gonna say on these winters, it's actually pretty fun because you can get to move the car around a little bit, play with its balance a bit, get to those limits earlier and feel what this chassis is capable of at street speeds at lower limits. And that's kind of fun. In the winter, in the snow, oh man. Yeah, this would be pretty wicked. Gotta love this 2.9 liter V6. No turbo lag. Responds immediately. Shoots you out of every corner. Yeah, it's proper stuff. Guys, I think that's a drive in the RS5 competition. Kind of a strange name for something like this, when its competition is named also competition. But Audi could have gotten a little bit more creative. They decided they wanted to focus on putting race car bits in their RS5 instead of coming up with an original name. And I'm not mad about it. Stay tuned. We'll also have some videos coming out on this RS5 competition on the TheTopher Drives channel and the Winding Road magazine channel. Day drives, night drives, you know the deal. So stay tuned for those. Let me know if you guys have any questions in the comments. We will wrap up right here. Engine oil temps coming down pretty quickly.
Your mobile device is still in the vehicle.
Love these seats too. Nardo gray. Great color. This looks very OEM plus to me. With the carbon bits, the lowered suspension. Yeah, this is how I'd have my RS5 on winter tires with nice beefy sidewalls here in Michigan. Favorite lock chime too. This has some cool ambient lighting at night also. Change it to a bunch of different colors. Ooh, a little red stitching around the seatbelt. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you guys later. Take care.